Bloody, broken, and bruised, Thor is defeated. Kratos, clearly hurt, stands tall. Although Thor waits for Kratos to deliver the final blow, Kratos doesn't, and instead, he stares forward at Odin, who is watching. He begins to speak. "Thor, you failure. Now it makes sense why you're Modi's father." Thor stares at his father. Thor never wanted his sons to go find the giant. Odin sacrificed them. And what made this worse is he couldn't even avenge his own sons. Thor, finally fed up with Odin, he grabs Mjolnir. However, Odin chants something very quietly. Suddenly, the hammer flies into the hand of Odin, with Thor unable to recall it back. Odin speaks again. "Your usefulness has come to an end. You destroyed the giants just as I wanted, even though you yourself are half giant. You're so easy to control. You played your role well as my servant, but now you're done. Die like your useless sons." Thor, using the last of his strength, charges at his father. However, Odin blasts him and sends him crashing into a wall. While charging up one final attack, Odin says,
"Impudent child!"
The attack was blocked by Kratos. Kratos says,
"The cycle ends here."
Odin simply laughs. Kratos takes one step forward. A new fight is about to begin. What's up, guys and girls? I hope you enjoyed that little story. Now I'm going to try to explain why I think this might actually happen. Before I do that, I just want to say to hit that like button. When you like the video, that tells the YouTube algorithm that this video and my other videos on the channel are worth watching, so please hit that like button. I also have a Discord. If you're a God of War fan, you want to talk to other God of War fans just like you, hit up that Discord. And if you want to talk to me directly, follow me on Twitter. But let's get right into it. So first off, I want to start this by saying that Odin is the master manipulator. This is what he does.
She's still dealing with the fact that Odin is a giant douche, right? And the things that he did to her, right? Because he's the psychological warrior, right? Odin is kind of this character that he's not about punching you in the face, right? He's about, the psychological manipulation of saying, we're going to get a divorce and I'm going to make your son choose me, right? How messed up is that? Yeah.
He's done way more, including had a relationship with a giant. He courted her just so he can get information out of her. He told Balder, if you do this for me, if you follow Kratos and Atreus and you defeat them and bring them to me, I'm able to actually cure you. We know this because of Mimir. So he does a lot of these manipulation tactics, and I feel the number one person he's manipulating is Thor. Right? Thor is half giant, yet he makes Thor destroy all the giants. He sends Modi and Magni to go after Kratos. Odin probably knows that Modi and Magni are gonna die because Odin knows the actions Kratos and Atreus is gonna take before they even take them. He does all of this and Thor is loyal at his side, and I feel like it's because of this manipulation. I feel like once Thor outlives his usefulness, that's when Odin is going to be like, alright, well, there's no point in you being around anymore, If you want to hear more about how I think Thor is manipulated by Odin and like the way that it went, I have a dedicated video for that. I'll link that at the end of this video. But let's move on. I think that Thor really did love his kids, even though Thor really beat the hell out of Modi. I really do believe that Thor loves his kids, right? I think Thor beat Modi, yes, because he's a failure, but maybe in his mind, if I, discipline my son by beating him, perhaps this is motivation to make him stronger. This is not a good mindset to have, but I feel this is the way Thor was treated as a child, right? Parents are reflections of their own parent. The abused becomes the abusers. Even in my personal life, my father was pretty rough on me when I was growing up. and I'm worried that I will be rough on my own child because of the teachings of my father, right? This is a parallel that does exist even in our own world, and it's why I think, you know, Thor has a lot of issues. He's drunk all of the time. There was one story where he just came into a room and just bashed a giant's head in, even though the giant was sitting at the table laughing and joking with the gods, and Thor, for no reason, in his drunken state, just bashed this giant's head in. And, you know, there's stories like that that make me wonder how Thor actually became like this. And I really do think it's years of Odin, you know, treating him terribly, making Thor do all of these things, making Thor become the drunk that he's known to be. And then once Odin gave Thor Mjolnir and told him to go destroy all the giants, Thor completely ignored his giant side. Again, Odin has just been working on Thor for years, and I feel the time that comes when Thor becomes useless is when Odin is going to turn on him. And I think Thor is finally going to break free of this manipulation and abusive nature that he's been subjected to after all of these years, finally come out and finally go against his father. So why do I believe in that situation would Kratos actually save Thor? I think he'd save Thor, and I'll answer this very quickly. He doesn't want the cycle to continue, the cycle of child destroying their father. Again, this whole game was just one big lesson towards Atreus, consequences in killing a god and things like that. He doesn't want the cycle to continue because he wants a better world for his son. But anyways, please like the video, hit that subscribe button, join the Discord. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys and girls for listening. Deuces.